How to draw people in a landscape using perspective. The first thing you need to look at is the horizon line. From there, take the size of the figure standing in the foreground and use it to figure out the height of the other figures. Draw a line from the top of the first figure all the way back to the horizon line. This creates a kind of triangular guide that helps you place the other figures in the right proportions. Basic body proportions usually follow the size of the head, which is typically about 7 to 8 heads tall. Using that simple reference, you can build any other figure at the same height or close to it. When I draw the vertical axis for the next figures, the sense of depth already starts to appear, and you can clearly see how each figure gets smaller as it moves into the distance. The first thing you will always mark is the head, because it sets all the other measurements for the body. These guidelines should be super light, just enough to help you during the sketch stage. From then, you can start building the basic structure of each figure. Divide the total height in half and then use the head as your main reference point for the rest of the proportions. In the example I'm using, 3 men are walking through the center of a city on a cloudy, rainy day. Because of the weather and lighting, they are wearing darker clothes and end up looking pretty similar. As they get farther away, they start to blur out until they basically turn into silhouettes. To make this effect stronger, draw the folds of their clothes and darken the shadows between them, especially around the edges where the fabric bends. After darkening the second figure, the depth effect becomes a lot more obvious. In the foreground, the shapes are dark and sharp. As they move back into the scene, the figures lose contrast. In a bright environment, this shift happens through gradual lightening, but in a dark and raining scene, like this one, the opposite happens. Each figure gets darker and more shaded, eventually looking like a simple silhouette. By the time you reach the third figure, there isn't much detail left to add. You can still refine the outline and include a few subtle tonal changes inside the silhouette, but just enough to keep it from looking completely flat or geometric. The landscape works the same way. Objects that are close to the viewer have more detail, clear texture, and a stronger contrast. As they move into the distance, they start to blur, soften, and blend together until they fade into the background and become a part of a single atmospheric layer.